Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will start lecture 7. Our topic is rotation. In the last lecture we have solved the problems in which type of transformation was given, center of rotation was also known, and angle of rotation was also given. These problems were quite simple, but they cleared the concepts of rotation. If the center of rotation is not known, then how do we find the center of rotation? It can be found by drawing two perpendicular bisectors of two corresponding sets of vertices of given triangle. The point of intersection of two bisectors is known as center of rotation. Here A dash, B dash and C dash are corresponding vertices of two triangles as shown. The distance between A and A dash is 4 blocks. Its half is 2 blocks. So we can directly draw perpendicular bisector with the help of ruler as shown. The distance between B and B dash cannot be divided directly. So we draw perpendicular bisector using compass as shown. Open the compass more than half the length of B and B dash. Put the needle of compass on point B and draw two arcs below and above B as shown. Now put the needle of compass on point B dash, keeping the same opening of compass, and draw two arcs below and above point B dash as shown. Now draw the line between the point of intersection of two arcs. This is known as perpendicular bisector of B and B dash as shown in figure. Now the point of intersection between two bisectors is known as center of rotation as shown in figure. The first question of past paper is October-November 2003, paper 2, question 11. The diagram shows triangle A and a straight line y is equal to x plus 4. Using a scale of 1 cm to represent 1 unit on each axis, draw and label triangle A. Draw a straight line y is equal to x plus 4. Let one small box is equal to 1 cm. Here O is our origin. This is our x-axis and this is y-axis. In equation y is equal to x plus 4, if x is equal to 0, then y is equal to 4. So the point y is equal to 4 is marked on y-axis as shown. Now for y is equal to 0, the equation is x is equal to minus 4. So x is equal to minus 4 is marked on x-axis as shown. Now joining the 2 points, we get the straight line y is equal to x plus 4. Now plotting the vertices of triangle A, 3, 2, 3, 4 and 4, 4. Joining the vertices, we get triangle A as shown. Now part B is the transformation M is a reflection in the line y is equal to x plus 4. The transformation M maps triangle A onto triangle B so that M brackets A is equal to B. It means that reflection is performed on A to get triangle B. Drawing perpendicular lines from each vertices of triangle A to the line y is equal to x plus 4. Extend the same lengths on the other side of line y is equal to x plus 4 as shown. Joining the vertices, we get the triangle B after reflection. The angle between the straight line y is equal to x plus 4 and the line from vertices of triangle A is 90 degree as shown by using set of squares. So y is equal to x plus 4 is known as line of reflection, and it is the only one bisector between all corresponding vertices of triangle A and triangle B. It is shown in figure. In part C, plotting the vertices of triangle C, minus 1, 2, 1, 2 and 1, 1 as shown. Joining the vertices, we get triangle C. The rotation R maps triangle A onto triangle C so that R bracket A is equal to C. It means that we get triangle C after performing rotation on triangle A. In this, we have to find angle and direction of rotation. And number 2, the coordinates of center of rotation. The distance between two corresponding vertices of triangle A and triangle C is 4 blocks. So we can draw perpendicular bisector directly without using compass as shown. The distance between second set of corresponding vertices of triangle A and C is 2 blocks as shown. So we can draw second perpendicular bisector directly as shown. The point of intersection of two perpendicular bisectors is the center of rotation, whose coordinates is 1, 4 as shown. I have drawn a neat and clean diagram for you as shown. The reflection line is y is equal to x plus 4. Triangle B is drawn after reflection. Triangle C is drawn as shown. Perpendicular bisector of red corresponding vertices is shown by blue line. The perpendicular bisector between blue corresponding vertices is drawn, shown by red line. The point of intersection of two perpendicular bisector is the center of rotation having coordinates 1, 4. In order to find the angle of rotation, we get the help of plus sign. The blue vertex of triangle A is 2 blocks right from center of rotation. After rotation of 90 degree clockwise, we get the corresponding blue vertex of triangle C, which is 2 blocks down. The green vertex of triangle A is from center of rotation is 3 blocks right as shown on plus sign. After rotation of 90 degree clockwise, it will be 3 blocks down. So the angle of rotation is 90 degree clockwise is our answer. Next question is May-June 2003, paper 2, part C. A is mapped onto D by clockwise rotation. Find the angle of rotation, and number 2, coordinates of center of rotation. First, we find the center of rotation by drawing perpendicular bisector between two sets of corresponding vertices of triangle A and triangle D. Here there are 6 blocks between the corresponding vertices of triangle A and triangle D as shown. So we draw the perpendicular bisector directly as shown. We cannot divide the distance between second set of corresponding vertices of triangle A and triangle D. So with the help of compass, we draw the perpendicular bisector between them as shown. The point of intersection of two perpendicular bisector is the center of rotation, whose coordinates are 1, 4 as shown. For angle of rotation, we take the help of plus sign. Since triangle A is mapped onto triangle D, the red circles are drawn on corresponding vertices of triangle A and triangle D as shown. Plotting on the plus sign, 3 blocks right, when we rotate 90 degree anti-clockwise, we get the corresponding vertex of triangle D 3 blocks up as shown. The green set of corresponding vertices are shown. From center, the green vertex of triangle A is 3 blocks down and 1 block right. When it is rotated 90 degree anti-clockwise as shown on plus sign, we get corresponding vertex 3 blocks right and 1 block up as shown on plus sign, as well as in figure. So the angle of rotation is 90 degree anti-clockwise. Next question of past paper is November 2002, paper 1, question number 23, part A. The diagram shows 3 triangles A, B and C. Describe fully the single transformation which maps triangle A onto triangle C. Here two triangles are same size and shape, but orientation is different. First, we mark the corresponding vertices of triangle A and triangle C with blue dots. There are 4 blocks between them as shown. So perpendicular bisector between them is drawn easily as shown. The corresponding vertices of triangle A and triangle C marked with red dots. Their distance cannot be divided easily, so we use compass to draw perpendicular bisector between them as shown. Since there are more than one bisector, so the type of transformation is rotation. The point of intersection of two perpendicular bisectors is the center of rotation 1, -1 as shown in figure. To find the angle of rotation, we use plus sign as shown. The distance of blue vertex of triangle A from center 1, -1 is 2 blocks up and 2 blocks right. After rotation 90° clockwise, we get its corresponding blue vertex of triangle C, 2 blocks right and 2 blocks down as shown in plus sign as well as in figure. Now the second set of corresponding vertices are marked with red circles as shown. The distance from center 1, -1 to the vertex of triangle A is 4 blocks up and 1 block right. Plotting on the plus sign and rotate it 90° clockwise, we get its corresponding vertex of triangle C as 4 blocks right and 1 block down. So the type of transformation is rotation 90° clockwise with center of rotation is 1, 1. Next question of past paper is October-November 2006, paper 1, question number 24b. The diagram shows triangle T and B. Describe fully single transformation which maps triangle T onto B. First, we mark the corresponding vertices of triangle T and B with red, green and blue dots. Now find the corresponding vertices whose distance can be easily divided. The distance of blue dots is 4 blocks, so we can easily draw perpendicular bisector as shown. If we check the distance between other set of corresponding vertices, then we realize that their distance cannot be divided easily, so we use compass to draw another perpendicular bisector between red vertices of triangle T and triangle B as shown. The point of intersection of two perpendicular bisectors is the center of rotation 0, 0 as shown. To find the angle of rotation, we take the help of plus sign. The distance from center from rotation to blue vertex of triangle T is 2 blocks right and 2 blocks up. After 90° clockwise rotation, we get its corresponding blue vertex of triangle B, which is 2 blocks down and 2 blocks right from center of rotation as shown by red dots. Taking another set of corresponding vertices of triangle T and triangle B marked with black dots, now it is 4 blocks right and 2 blocks up from center of rotation. After 90° clockwise rotation, we get its corresponding vertex of triangle T, which is 4 blocks down and 2 blocks right as shown. So the type of transformation is rotation 90° clockwise with center of rotation is origin. Next question is May-June 2008, paper 2, question number 11, part 3. The diagram shows triangle A, B, C and D. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle C onto D. First, we mark the corresponding vertices of triangle C and triangle D with red, blue and green dots as shown. Then we try to find the corresponding vertices whose distance can be divided into two equal parts, so that we can draw perpendicular bisector between them easily. Here red vertices can be divided easily. So we draw perpendicular bisector. Now we use compass to draw perpendicular bisector between blue vertices triangle C and triangle D because their distance cannot be divided easily. Since there are more than one perpendicular bisector, so the transformation is rotation. The point of intersection of perpendicular bisector is -1, 0, which is center of rotation as shown. To find the angle of rotation, distance of one red vertex from center -1, 0 is one block right and one block up. After 90-degree anti-clockwise rotation, we get its corresponding red vertex of triangle D, one block up and one block left as shown. Now taking another set of green vertex of triangle C and triangle D, from center of rotation the distance is 3 blocks right. After 90-degree anti-clockwise rotation, we get its corresponding green vertex of triangle D as shown. So the type of transformation is 90-degree anti-clockwise with center of rotation is -1, 0. Next question is October-November 2009, paper 1, question number 25, part 3. The question says triangle A can also be mapped onto triangle B by reflection in the line x is equal to -1 followed by a rotation. First we reflect triangle A in the line x is equal to -1. Draw the line x is equal to -1 as shown. So its corresponding vertex will also be one box away from line of reflection as shown. Second vertex is 2 box, so its corresponding vertex will be 2 box away from line of reflection. Third vertex and its corresponding vertex will also equidistant from line of reflection as shown. Joining the vertices, we get the reflected triangle along line x is equal to -1. As we rotate the reflected triangle, we get triangle B as shown. To find the center of rotation, we draw a perpendicular bisector between corresponding vertices as shown. First mark the corresponding vertices of triangle B and reflected triangle with red, blue and green dots. Here there are no set of vertices whose distance are divided easily, so we use compass to draw perpendicular bisector as shown. First bisector is between red vertices, second bisector is between blue vertices. The point of intersection of two bisectors is the center of rotation, which is -1, 1. So this is our answer. Next question is May-June 2010, paper 1-2, question number 24, part B. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle P and triangle Q. Draw the perpendicular bisector between corresponding set of triangle P and triangle Q and decide whether there is reflection or rotation. Mark the corresponding vertices by blue, red and green dots as shown. The distance between green vertices is 8 blocks, so the perpendicular bisector is drawn easily as shown by a red line. With the help of compass, drawing perpendicular bisector between red vertices as shown. The point of intersection of two bisectors is found as 0, 0 as shown. To find the angle of rotation from origin, blue vertex of triangle P is 4 blocks right and 2 blocks up. After rotation of 90-degree anti-clockwise, we get its corresponding blue vertex of triangle Q, which is 4 blocks up and 2 blocks left from center 0, 0 as shown. Next set of vertex is green, which is 4 blocks right and 4 blocks left from center of rotation. After rotation of 90-degree anti-clockwise, we get its corresponding green vertex of triangle Q as shown. Therefore, rotation is 90-degree anti-clockwise with the center of rotation at origin. So this is the end of lecture number 7. And if you have any question, then please ask me in the comment section. I will respond it. Okay, thank you very much.